Yeah. Morning. You're still muted, Fern, but I can see you. Hi, Janet. Hi, Enid. Hi, Miss Barbara. I don't have the right to unmute anyone anymore. So feel free if you want to say hi to unmute yourself. Wow, you guys are fast. Hello.
Hi there. Hi, Jill.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Betty.
Good morning, everyone. On this super crazy rainy day. Oh, Diane, you're looking cozy.
I am. I'm chilly. My husband says,
Wow.
put up the heat. I say, no, I'll put on a sweater.
Yeah. Well, I just did the same thing. I was like, well, I can't, it doesn't feel right to turn on the heat the last day of June.
I know.
I did go for a walk this morning super early though, before it started raining, but then after 7, it just started pouring on us.
Yeah.
So this is our last class before summer. And the town just called me yesterday and said they'd like to do one Zoom class and one of these this summer. So, and it kind of works for me too. So July 21st. So in another 3 weeks, we'll have a live class. And then other than that, all of these recordings are on a Zoom playlist, and you can find that on my website, and just find the link and go to I think I've just called it chair yoga or seniors yoga. I can't remember. And then all of these classes are listed there. And so you can watch them whenever you want. And we do miss out on this part, the chatting and everything, but you can still pull off a class whenever you want.
But yeah. I only do this because there's a time I have to do it. I can do anything that, you know.
It's true that there's an accountability piece that happens like that with that, isn't there? Yeah. And I like it because in one of the other classes I teach, I can't see anyone. And so even though supposedly there's people signed in watching, I can't tell. So it's like I sit in a room all by myself and I teach myself a class, and it feels way different than when I know you guys are right on the other side of the screen. So this is easier for me too.
Yeah. Can you see us with your screen?
Right now I can see everyone. Yeah.
But when I get up and go to the bathroom, you don't know I'm gone, do you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, you guys can cheat really easily. True.
Yeah.
Because when I start teaching, I go to the other side of the room and all I see are little squares. I can't tell which one is which, and I can't tell if you're listening to me or if you're just sipping your coffee and watching.
It's just water.
Right.
So Jill, I have a question.
Okay.
When you said the towns, you're going to be doing Zoom and we can go on your website, are you doing any yoga at Spray Lakes, like you're going to be physically in a room?
Supposedly.
No, we're closed and we won't be opening until we get clearance. So for now, we're not even open. You can't do anything there.
Yeah. And Spray Lakes is updating things as we go.
Yeah.
But they haven't contacted me yet and asked me for any indoor. They did ask me if I would be willing to teach outdoor classes. And I said no.
You said not today.
Yeah, because mostly this is what you deal with. You look, everything looks fine, and all of a sudden it's not fine, right? And it's just frustrating. So, by September, but I don't know. And when I'm back, when July settles down, if everything feels like it's good, we could start doing live again in August, maybe. We'll see. Or if I can arrange my schedule to just offer them from wherever I am, that might work too. So if you want to keep updated and you're not on my email list, you can get my newsletter on my website. And then as soon as you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get updates as to what's happening. The other way would be, well, I know the town of Cochrane is like Hillary from the town is communicating with all of you right now. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Good.
Hi, Mom. I'm going to mute. Well, I guess you guys get to mute yourselves. And then pin and get your chairs ready. We'll start doing some yoga. Let me just give you a little bit more yoga mat. So let yourself settle into your chair. Maybe wiggle your bum around a little bit till you find those sit bones and ground them down into that support underneath you. Mess with the soles of your feet. Perhaps you're lifting the toes and wiggling them, paddling your heels until you can soften the soles of your feet into the floor again. So with your feet settled and your bum settled, just begin to breathe. As if every breath you take had the capacity to make you sit a little taller, to fill you out a little bit, adding more support and structure to the tall spine. Perhaps your eyes are closed. Maybe your hands are just resting in your lap. Just feel the distance between the crown of your head and the grounded sit bones. Notice the air traveling between the two anchored spots. And then take your shoulders and lift them up to your ears, roll them down your back. Shoulders lift up to ears, roll down your back. One more time as you lift and roll. And let chin drop down to your chest. Sweep it right, back to chest, sweep it left, back to chest. And then just continue to let the chin slide right and left as it's dropped down towards your chest. Next time it lands on your chest, let the head float back up. Allow right ear to go to right shoulder. Just float it back up, left ear to left shoulder. Nice. And then this time as right ear goes to right shoulder, just take your chin and almost shake your head no. And notice all the different muscles of the side of your neck just moving, contracting differently as you slide. Good, come back to center, left ear to left shoulder, and same thing, just do no again. The chin floating to ceiling and then down towards shoulder. Nice. putting some fluid into all that gravelly sound we can hear in our necks. Come back to your shoulders. Shrug them up towards your ears and then slide them down your back body. Shrug them up towards your ears and slide them down your back body. Let your hands rest down beside you. Inhale them up, shrug shoulders, and just almost like squeeze your arms alongside your ears. You might not be able to lift that high. You might find that everything kind of gets sticky and your hands don't want to go up that far. That's okay too. You're just going to notice what's available today. All the way up and down. Nice. Hands come down. So pinky finger sort of lifts up in front of you and travels back as if you're going to do a back stroke. And then do the other arm. Back stroking each hand. Think about how the palm comes down, sort of grazing the side of your chair, the side of your hip. Leading with your pinky finger as you go back. If the arms are tight, these circles are just going to look more open, right? The hands aren't going to go beside the ear. The hands are going to just open wider. Okay, so let's take that movement and start to do side bends. You can still take those arms backwards as you're side bending if you like, or just allow yourself to lengthen the ribs up away from the waist, the armpit up alongside. If the back of your neck or the shoulders are getting tight with this, just bring hands to touch shoulders. And then you'll alleviate tension if it's building in the back of your neck. Good. Come to center and do twists. You might have your fingertips here on your shoulders. You might even just cross your arms across your chest. Some people might feel like they're just going to hold the bottom of their rib cage. Feel it twisting under their hands. Can you notice if your breath and your movement are working together? Does it feel like your inhales and exhales have a system to them that coincides with whatever system your movement has right now? Okay, let's end there. Slide the fingers to the end of your knee and here purposely tie an exhale, chin to chest, back arched, to an exhale, and a chest lifting, gaze to sky, to an inhale. Okay, so move back and forth. It really is imperative that every day we move the spine in all three directions that it's meant to move. So lateral bends, this is our forward back, our flexion extension, and then the twists, right? So think forward back is 1, side to side is 2, and twists are 3. And however you go to create that movement is fine. But yoga is just, I don't know, it's the different sequences that they've created that is constantly thinking of all the different ways we can move our spine. Yeah, come back up to center. So here, just for a second, roll those shoulders down your back again. Feel the sit bones in your chair. Feel the crown of your head float towards the sky, the rested shoulders. And just tune into how the breath is expanding and contracting in your body. Notice how the breath fills you up. Notice how the breath releases. Nice work. Good work. So now my bum is just going to slide right to the edge of the chair. Feet will walk wide. Okay. Hands come out to the edges of your knees, and then just let each shoulder reach down between the knees. Find the exhale and the inhale. Yeah. And just enjoy that nice twist through your back body. So you're only letting yourself fold forward as far as it feels good. As you feel that stretch happening, the sit bones stay connected. Yeah. And then coming back up, we'll inhale our hands out, turn to face the left leg, and then fold down over the right leg. Inhale up, twist the other way, fold down over the left leg. Come up, twist, and bend. So this is sort of combining two things, the twist and the side bend. Yeah, twist and side bend. Twist and side bend. Use your breath. Don't let yourself hold your breath for this movement. Just make it a little bit smaller. If you feel like you are holding your breath, just don't go as deep. Yeah. So good. Just getting all the different ranges of motion happening in through our arms and elbows and shoulders. Do a few of those backwards shoulder rolls. Good. Feel like there's strings on the back of your wrists and pull those hands up and then set them down. And pull the back of your wrists up and let them go down. Pull the back of the wrists up and down. One more time. Up and down. Nice. This time they open up to shoulder height. Pull the fingertips back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Cross your arms and do the forward fold. Elbows come to belly, chin comes to chest. Lengthen back up again. Open your arms. Pull the fingertips back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Cross your arms the other way. This time is left over right for me. Elbows to belly, chin to chest. Roll forward. Inhale to lengthen back up. Big stretch, pulling the shoulder blades together, pointing the fingers behind you, right over left. Good. Crunch forward. Lift up. Open arms. Squeeze shoulder blades. Right over, or left over right now for me. And then a roll forward. Inhale up. One more time each side. So fingertips pull back, shoulder blades squeeze. Right over left, and a nice forward fold over those crossed arms. Inhaling all the way up, arms open, squeeze, left over right, fold over crossed arms. So good. Let yourself come back up, relax those shoulders. Maybe you're gonna jiggle them out a little bit. Shoulders go down the back. Yeah, okay. Feet stretch, are planted right in front of you. Lift the right knee, extend the foot. Bend the knee, put it down. Lift the left, extend, and put down. So remember, when you lift and extend, try not to cave in the body, right? So you're gonna try and lift and extend, keeping the spine tall, so that when you do this, shoulders don't come down. You don't kind of crunch into that forward roll again. You try and extend, keeping the spine tall. Other leg, spine stays tall. Good, lift, spine stays tall. Good, lift, spine stays tall. Nice, just notice that work happening in your legs. Last one, foot comes down. Right toes pick up. Move to the side, toes tap down, lift, come back to center. Lift, toe tap, back to center. Lift, toe tap, back to center. Toe tap, back to center. Good. Just noticing that movement in through the hip socket as you take those legs out as wide as they want to go. Nice. Back to center. Okay. Stretch the feet out in front of you. Right crosses over left. Slide the heel up the leg, and then just gently let that knee open to the side. Right? So if that right ankle passes the knee, you're welcome to just be straight with that foot, and there's a gentle press of that knee open to the side. Some of you are really flexible, might find that that shin is almost parallel to the floor. The hips are tighter, the knee's going to stay higher up. Be gentle. Good. So let the legs stay wherever they need to stay. Sit really tall and then just lean forward a bit. Breathe into that right hip. Keep the spine really long so the chest is sort of lifting upward even though you're leaning forward. You're not rounding your back and curling forward. Yeah, the spine stays straight. Inhale up. Good work. Extend the bottom leg, the left leg, slide the right leg down again, and let it go straight. Left crosses right, slide it up. You can play here with the right leg long. If the heel, left heel, passes the right knee, the right foot can be planted flat, and you can just press that knee down. See if I can make it so you can see better. Yeah, there we go. So we're watching that knee. You're thinking of, could this guy press towards the floor a little bit more? It can be done here too. Sole of the foot, just pressing. Just feeling like you can open and work this hip a little bit. Now, whatever position you're in, sitting taller, shoulders relaxed, lean forward. So keep the chin relaxed. You're not leaning with the chin. You're stretching a long, flat back forward. So remember, no roll. Flat, 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 leaning forward. Breathe into the left hip. Yeah, so good. Inhale and let yourself come up. Slide that leg back down again and breathe. Good, paddle out the feet. We bring the heels in so that your knees feel like they're over the toes. Your bum is right on the edge of your chair. Remember, so many times we try and stand up by pushing into our upper body, by anchoring this. See instead if you can keep those hands maybe crossed over your chest, lean forward, feel the legs get strong. Push into the feet. Find strength through your legs to push yourself up to standing. So good. So good. Okay. Standing behind your chair. Standing behind your chair, fingertips on the back of that chair, feet hip width apart, start to lift and lower. Just imagine yourself giving the soles of your feet a massage. Coming up onto the ball of the feet, feeling sort of the toes get a nice bend. Noticing how there's a line of muscles activating up the backs of your legs into your bum cheeks. Good. And then come down onto the heels and lift the toes. Go back up onto the toes. Come down to the heels, lift the toes. Yeah. Really rolling over the soles of that foot. Good. So come down, left foot, toenails touch into the floor. Do a little lean. Deep breath. Sweep up. Right toes press into the floor. Do a little lean. Nice. Good work. And then let that foot come forward again. Feet will point out and your feet are hip width apart. Just let the knees reach out over top of the toes and then come back again. So as you're doing these little squats, you're thinking of the tailbone as if it's got a really heavy weight on it. It goes right to the floor. Because we really don't want to be doing this poking our bum back behind us. Think of the knees going out, but the spine staying really tall. Yeah. Good. Come back to center. Take a step back with your right foot and your left knee bends. Push that left knee towards the chair. Press the right heel down into the ground. Good. Nice stretch. Maybe the fingers leave the chair. Another breath. And hand comes forward. Straighten your front leg now. Poke the bum back behind you. Feel the sit bones rise, because this movement is not you and your back moving. This is the pelvis moving. So feel like the whole pelvis stretches, the tailbone lifts, the sit bones reach back. Your forward fold comes from the hips, not from the back. Breathe. The front leg will tell you when to stop. Nice work. Push into the feet and come all the way back up. Knees bend, step forward, back leg goes back. Okay, front knee bends. Reach that front knee towards the chair, press the back heel into the floor, shoulders relax. Choose if you're adding arms. Couple good breaths here. Nice. Your hands can float down. Your front knee straightens. Sit bones reach back. Head stretches forward. Good. Nice work. Remember that this is all pelvis. This is the whole pelvic structure rolling forward on the legs. Nice. And then inhale and let yourself come back up. The knees can bend and step forward. So I'm going to turn so that one hand can stay on the chair. My other hand is going to go on the hip. And then whatever hand your hip is on, take that leg and imagine your ankles are tied together with an elastic band, okay? And then you're just going to pull that elastic band open and let it close again. Pull that elastic band to stretch it and let it close. So only thing that's moving on me is my legs, right? There's no hip action happening. The rest of my body doesn't move. Everything else is still as that foot opens to the side. Yeah. You feel it down the side of the hip. So good. Nice. All right, other side. I'm going to move my chair. You guys can probably just turn and face a different way. Opposite leg pulls away. Nice. 3 more. Nice. And feet come down. Knees bend. Sweet. Find the back of your chair and just press yourself into that long tabletop stretch. Knees bend, sit bones push back out, reach through the crown of your head. Breathe. Your eyes lift to your thumbs. Walk the feet back up again. Nice. Okay, so heels and toes stay together. Back is nice and tall. Your hands come to the hips because you're going to feel how your knees can bend and the bum can sink to the floor. Think if someone just put a really heavy anchor on your tailbone and it drops right to the floor. So the bum's not poking back out. It's going right to the floor. Keep the spine tall. Move your awareness to this low back area. Just imagine that you could let go, that you could knock off whatever invisible weight is there right now. When you let go at the low back, you'll feel something happen in your quads. They're going to work harder. Choose if your fingertips want to be on the chair or reaching out in front of you. Couple deep breaths. Nice. Hands reach down, straighten the legs. Beautiful work. Okay, feet come nice and wide. Same idea with the spine. The bum doesn't poke back behind you. You just let the knees reach out, hips sink down. Nice. Pull the thighs towards the back side of your body. Nice. Pull those thighs open. It's almost like the inner thigh goes to the bone and the outer thigh is reaching back behind you, and then lift up. Good work. Breathe. Yeah. Great. So I'm going to, because my chair is on my left side, my left toes will point to the chair. My right toes are going to take a step back. Hips sink to the right, hand to hip. Keep this rib on the top side of your body from lifting up to the sky. So pull that rib down. Feel how you just got nice and long on the left side. And then choose if you're going to reach that hand up to the sky. Yeah, twist the body ever so slightly towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath. Nice. Push into the feet and pull yourself back up again. Hands can come down. You can step to the back of the chair and step back with your opposite leg. My right toes point to the chair. My left toes point out. Hips kick back the other way. I'm aware of these ribs on the left top side of the body. I'm keeping those ribs tucked in. So I'm not letting them sort of poke up to the ceiling. I'm pulling them in towards the spine and leaning over that right front leg. Yeah, when you're ready, top arm can reach. Turn your chest ever so slightly to the sky. Pull in your bottom bum cheek. Take some deep breaths. Firm press into the feet, pull yourself all the way back up. Sweet work, knees bend, and step forward. Ha, so good. Find the back of that chair and do your nice long tabletop stretch. Inhaling back up again. Nice. All right, so now we're going to do some twisting. But for this, you want your chair seat to be facing you, all right? So you'll come to that chair seat. Inhale your hands back up to the sky and exhale to fold forward. Palms land. Heels walk back behind you. Notice your spine nice and long. Right hand stays connected, left hand falls. Bring it up to shoulder height. Open the chest, back to shoulder height and down. Go to the other side, right, falls, opens, chest turns. So this is the one where you're thinking of the hips and the legs staying straight, okay? The spine twists above the pelvis. The pelvis stays facing the floor. Breathe and reach. Other side, reach. Feel that twist through the upper back. Nice. Okay, when you're finished that, both hands come to the chair. We start going bigger now. So left hand falls, right knee bends. And when that right knee bends, you can open so much wider. Yeah, twisting totally different parts of the body. Coming down, right knee, left knee, right hand. Open. Just move with your body. Pelvis gets to go into the twist as well. This might be something that you start to feel on the outsides of your hips more than in your upper back. Just showing us all the different ways we can access the spine. Good. Okay, so come back down. Let's bend our knees. Inhale up. Hands come to heart. Do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Lean forward, hands to the seat of the chair. Good, so this twist is a bit different. Again, we're gonna reach, right hand goes underneath left armpit and it stretches. And then lift just your elbow in the air and then reach forward and lift elbow. Reach forward, lift elbow. I always call this the lawnmower starting pose because you feel like you're reaching under and pulling the cord of a lawnmower. Last one, release, put your hand down, do the other side. So left reaches underneath right armpit as far as you can go. Pull the imaginary lawnmower handle and then yank it up. Slow motion, elbow in the sky. Good. And then if you're anything like me at starting lawnmowers, you got to do this another 5 or 6 times. Yeah. Breathing everywhere you go and release. Good. Come back to the chair. This time just walk your feet backwards and tip even further down. Your knees can bend. Pulling the sit bones in the exact opposite direction of your wrists. Keeping the knees generously bent. Or you can mess with straightening them. Feel how tight the backs of your legs are. And walk forward. Tabletop, bend knees. Inhale, hands to sky. Nice work. Hands come to heart. Okay, we'll find a way to do our balance pose behind the chair. Two different balance poses today. So the first one, we're going to let fingers stand on the chair. Take your right foot back behind you and just put the tippy toe on the floor. And then lean forward a bit so you feel like if you had a board on your back, the heel and the back of your head, the back of your hips would all touch that board. So whatever bend you need in your standing leg, you can have a little bend or almost straight, just not locked. And then just begin to tick-tock. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Lots of work happening in that standing leg. Make sure you don't lock the knee. Make sure there's enough buoyancy in that knee that it feels safe. And release. Right toes touch the floor. They slide up beside the left. We take our left toes back behind us and lean the body so it feels like you're in a nice long straight line. And begin to just tick-tock forward and back, tapping that toe on the ground, leaning forward only as much as your body wants you to, staying present with whatever that right leg is feeling. Yeah. Nice work. Nice work. Foot comes down, slides in. Sweet. So before we go on, I want you to paddle your heels and sway your hips. Just sort of loosen up all the stuff we were finding in our hips there. Nice. Soles of the feet connect. Shoulders roll down the back. Left foot stays connected. Right heel starts to peel. Make sure that your neck and shoulders stay relaxed. Knee opens to the side. Foot lifts. Heel presses somewhere on the inside of that left leg. It can be anywhere on the continuum. Think of this inner right thigh opening. Yeah. Choose if you want to let go of the chair any way you want. Breathe. 2 to 3 more breaths here in tree. So good. Hands come down, foot goes down. Wiggle it out. We're going to try tree on the other side. Right foot stays connected. Left heel lifts. Your neck and shoulders are light. The knee opens to the side. Foot lifts. You find the connection somewhere along the inseam. Choose that inner thigh pulling back behind you. Hands stay on chair or they find a balance point, a balance pose. Your breath is steady. Your gaze is steady. If you can keep both those things feeling soft and settled, then all of a sudden your pose, your body starts to feel relaxed and settled as well. Balance gets easier. So good. Inhale, hands down. Knee leaves. Good work. Okay, here's your choice point for class. If you're going to the floor, you might be moving your chair to the end of the mat. Perhaps you're going to stay seated in your chair, just sort of modifying the poses for your last 5 minutes. If you're coming down to the floor, you're finding your blanket. It can go underneath your whole spine, or it can just be for your head. Gently make your way down to the floor. I'm going to set up so that my feet kind of slide underneath my chair and my knees are bent. And that way I'm in a position that I can use that chair for my final rest if I like. Good work. Knees bent. Soles of the feet on the ground. Lift your hands to the sky. And then take each palm and find the opposite elbow. So as your hands wrap the opposite elbows, you'll begin to twist. Your hands will fall right on elbows and your knees will fall left. Inhale them back up to center and opposite. Knees go right, elbows go left. If you're really close to your chair, you'll find that you don't have as much room to move. That's okay. This pose just feels like we're wringing out our spine. Like you're taking a washcloth and you're squeezing it out underneath running water. And you continue to just squeeze and release that cloth under the running water until it runs clear. Think of yourself doing that with your spine right now, like you're getting rid of all the sludge and built up debris. And every time you twist and release, the fluid just gets cleansed and cleared. The lymph that moves through your bloodstream, purifying and creating nice immunity for you. Your lymph, when it pops into the bloodstream, it's like putting a little shot of chlorine in a swimming pool. The lymph shoots that shot of cleansing agent into your bloodstream. It's way more healthy than chlorine. Way more natural of a cleansing agent. Good. So come back to center now. Sweet. Your hands can rest down by your hips. Walk your heels close to your bum cheeks. You may want to keep your pillow here. Some of you may want to move your pillow so that your head's on the floor. And then just let your hips lift up. My knees are kind of touching the edge of my chair, which might stop me from lifting any higher. So don't worry if that's impeding you. Just lift as far as you can. You might find that the low back being achy. If that's the case, really use your legs. See how much you can press the legs into the ground. See if you can squeeze them towards each other or press the backs of your thighs up towards the sky. And how activating all those things helps alleviate the low back. Good. And settle the spine back down onto the floor. You can stay there with knees bent, or if you did set yourself up by a chair, you can slide the backs of your calves onto the seat of the chair. Your hands can be folded on your belly or open wide beside you. Your goal here only is to breathe deep, to sense the movement of prana, of life force through your body. Basically, your opportunity to notice your own aliveness. You might also be scanning your physical body to notice if the movement today has supported you. If you feel like your breath and the movement that you combined with your breath has just loosened up tight spaces, put a little bit more blood flow and oxygen into spots that were a bit tight and restricted. You can stay here and let yourself be carried off into a meditation, or you can bring your knees into your chest, gently rolling that low back into the floor. Some of you have carpet underneath you, so it's quite cushy. Some of you are on a harder floor, just your mat or maybe a blanket. When you're ready, allowing yourself to roll over to one side. Pressing back up to seated on the floor or in your chair, as feels right. And taking a nice deep breath. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up every week through this last 3.5 months that we've been meeting virtually. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jill.
I'll see you live again for sure on July 31st. And if anyone wants to do some yoga in between, if you can con yourself into doing it without the live part, then they're all just waiting on YouTube to be rewatched this summer. But
Thank you so much.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jill.
Jill.
Thanks, Jill.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day. It looks like the rain stopped for 5 minutes.
It's watering your plants.
I moved my ones that are hidden under the ledge. I moved them right out onto the front lawn to get watered properly. Yeah. Oh, so good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.